I'm Lauren Jones here at Darby Park in the city of Inglewood for Hunter Green of the Cincinnati Reds' first annual baseball festival. The 18-year-old pitcher is giving a crash course in America's pastime, baseball. It's here at the Salvation Army where people are lined up outside to receive all of these goodies, from baked bread to paper towels, the necessities that the Los Angeles Clippers and the Salvation Army are providing to low-income families. The member of the Jacksonville Jaguars has brought out all of his NFL friends for a day of fun with campers at Crenshaw High School for Michael B. Jordan's inaugural Jam 2017, raising awareness for Lupus LA. So many celebrities out here to raise money, and there's a basketball tournament just around the corner, so stay tuned for coverage. Now, JR, you told me a couple days ago that we weren't going to see you. What happened? You changed your mind?
Yeah, I started feeling better.
How have you been spending your off season? I know there's been a lot of changes for you lately.
Yeah. I've been traveling.
LA is such a huge market, into your hometown, so what can fans expect from you?
Yeah, it's different in Buffalo.
John Smith is arguably the most decorated Olympic track and field coach in the world, but he wasn't always sold on the idea of coaching.
Because this is the last thing I wanted to do. 1972, that was my year. I was the #1 quarter miler in the world at the time, and I had all these great aspirations and gold medal.
After suffering a hamstring injury 2 weeks before the 1972 Olympic Games, he was forced to rethink his future as a pro sprinter.
When I first started coaching, none of the elite athletes wanted me to work with them.
These days, world champion sprinters are tracking him down.
I remember calling up my dad and saying, I know who I want to coach me. And so I ended up knocking on his hotel door, asking him if I could speak to him. We went out on his balcony, and I looked him in the eye and said, "You're going to be my coach."
That's 100-meter sprinter English Gardner, who recently placed first in the Olympic trials on her home track at the University of Oregon.
He's, been at games before. He's won medals with other athletes. He's had world records himself. He's an all-around great competitor.
Gardner isn't the only one tracking him down. While this is Gardner's first Olympic Games, it is 3-time Olympic competitor Tyson Gay's last.
Well, John Smith has known me since I was young in college, and I always respected his philosophy, and how he done things, and I kind of wanted to see what it's like to train with arguably the greatest coach of all time.
Whether it's their first Olympics or their last, the goal is gold. For Smith, it is to make sure his athletes are on top of the podium. I'm Lauren Jones here in the city of Inglewood for the Rams ham giveaway. The team has partnered with Hormel, Vons, and Albertsons to provide 1,400 hams for families in need this holiday season. Rams cornerback Kevin Peterson says there is no better feeling than giving back.
It means the world, just the look on people's faces, to be able to see us, and so we can inspire other people to be able to, to give hope.
Hope to people like Ariel Sapp, whose grandmother signed her up to receive a ham for their family dinner.
It's nice. It's very special, because some people are having a hard time right now during the holidays, so I think this is really thoughtful.
Peterson, who was called up from the Rams practice squad earlier this season, knows the challenge of having to provide for a family.
A year ago, I was working at 10 to 2 at Planet Fitness, so I know what it means to be able to not have a lot and be able to give back. So
the families receiving the hams have been selected by the LA Regional Food Bank.
They're grateful. They, just like anyone, they want to be focused on family. They don't want to be focused on being hungry.
As you can see behind me, kids are having a great time. They're dancing, they're getting their faces painted. Families are coming to get their hams. There's so much excitement here. 10-year-old Kenya McCoy came with her parents just to take part in the festivities. So what is it like to see players in person?
It's cool and amazing because you don't really get to see people that often like that.
Cameron Lynch recognizes how much of an impact his presence has on kids like McCoy.
We get to go out on the stage and get to do what we do, but we were out here as little kids at one moment.
Rams players and cheerleaders are spreading holiday cheer in the Inglewood community.
I mean, look at the Rams, look what they're doing. They're revitalizing. They're building a huge stadium right over here.
The Rams will call Inglewood its home starting in 2019. For the Los Angeles Sentinel, I'm Lauren Jones reporting.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Wave to the camera. I'm Lauren Jones here at Kobe Land, right outside of the Staples Center. It's Kobe's jersey retirement celebration. Number 8 and number 24 are going to be up in the Raptors tonight. Stay tuned for interviews, coverage from the carnival, the celebration, the festival of one of the greatest Lakers of all time.
There are only a handful of people that you can call by their first name and you know who we're talking about. And one of them is Kobe. And there's no one that can bring people together like this than Kobe, Magic, and just a select few others. To have both his jersey numbers retired is something that's never been done before. I doubt it'll ever be done again. He's a remarkable individual and the most single-driven athlete I've ever met.
I've been a season ticket holder for 25 years. So just walking by one of the kiosks and I saw it hanging, I'm like, hey, that's something new. It was only $120, which was a pretty good bargain compared to nowadays, right? So my friend had one of the back-to-back championships. We just went back-to-back. And I said, oh man, I gotta have it. You know, I got Kobe's numbers, I got Kobe 8s, you know, shoes, I got everything. So.
How many threes are we gonna see from you tonight?
Hopefully I can beat my record, 15.
Raining threes. So hopefully he beats his record and they come out with a win. For the JewLeague.com, I'm Lauren Jones. Thank you for your time.
No problem, appreciate it.
With two Trojans, can we get the fight on? Fight on.